Stop. Just stop for 1 second and look at your life. Really look at it. The alarm rings. You wake up tired. You sit in traffic. You sit in a cubicle. You build someone else's dream. You make someone else rich. You go home. You pay bills that are higher than they were last month. You watch Netflix to forget about your day. You sleep. And then you do it again. They call this stability. I call it a prison cell with an open door that you are too terrified to walk out of. You have been sold a lie so massive, so calculated, and so entrenched in our culture that it is costing the average American over $2 million in their lifetime. You are the hamster on the wheel. The salary is the bait. And the machine? The machine is designed by the elites to keep you moving just fast enough to survive, but never fast enough to escape. Today, we are going to break that machine. I'm going to show you the math they deliberately hid from you in school. I'm going to show you how your safe salary is actually making you poorer every single time you deposit that check. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how to get off the wheel before you die on it. Let's look at the numbers, because numbers don't lie. People do. Politicians do. Your boss does. But math is the only truth left. Since 1971, American productivity has skyrocketed. Technology made us faster, smarter, and more efficient. Companies are making record profits. The S&P 500 is smashing records. The GDP is in the trillions. But look at your paycheck. Has your salary gone up 400% in the last 20 years? No, it hasn't. But the cost of a house has. The cost of college has. The cost of medical care has. The cost of just existing has doubled, tripled, and quadrupled. Here is the aggressive truth that nobody wants to tell you. If your salary stays the same, you are getting a massive pay cut every single year. It is a silent robbery called inflation. Think about this. If you kept $10,000 in a savings account in 2020, by 2024, that money lost nearly 20% of its buying power. You didn't spend it. You didn't lose it in a casino. It evaporated while it was sitting in the bank. Why? Because the system, the government, and the central banks printed trillions of dollars out of thin air to save the economy. And when they print money, the cash in your pocket becomes trash. They are stealing your time. You work harder today for money that buys you less than it did yesterday. That isn't a job. That is a scam. And you signed the contract. Now, let's talk about the game being rigged. The people at the top, the ones laughing in the cartoons, the ones on the yachts, they play by a different rule book. Here's a rule they didn't teach you in high school. A salary is the highest taxed income on planet Earth. It is the worst way to make money. When you earn a salary, the government takes their cut before you even touch it. Federal tax, state tax, Social Security, Medicare. By the time the money hits your bank account, 30% to 40% is already gone. But it doesn't stop there. You take what's left and you buy gas. You pay gas tax. You buy food. You pay sales tax. You buy a house. You pay property tax. You die. Your kids pay inheritance tax. You are being taxed on the money coming in, and you are being taxed on the money going out. Now look at the business owner. Look at the investor. The tax code was written by them, for them. They make money, they spend their money on their lifestyle, their cars, their dinners, their travel. They call it business expenses, and then they pay tax on whatever is left over. The employee pays tax on the gross. The owner pays tax on the net. This single difference is why the rich get richer and you stay stuck. You are playing a game where the referee is paid by the other team. You cannot win this game by working harder. You can only win by changing your position on the board. So why do you stay? Why do millions of smart, capable, talented Americans stay on the hamster wheel until they are 65 years old? Because of the most addictive drug in the history of mankind, the monthly paycheck. It is a sedative. It is designed to keep you docile. They give you just enough money to pay your rent, buy a generic car, and maybe go on a cheap vacation once a year. Just enough to keep you comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Comfort is the enemy of freedom. If they paid you nothing, you would revolt. You would burn the building down. If they paid you millions, you would quit and live your life. So they found the sweet spot. The salary, it numbs you. It makes you forget your dreams. It makes you forget that you used to want to be an explorer, or an artist, or an inventor. Now you just want to make it to Friday. You trade 5 days of misery for 2 days of freedom. You trade the best years of your life, your youth, your energy, your health, for a retirement that might never come. And even if it does come, you'll be too old and too tired to enjoy it. Is that a trade you want to make? Or is that a robbery? Enough doom and gloom. You click this video because deep down, you know something is wrong. You feel it in your gut. You want out. How do you get off the wheel? How do you escape the trap? You have to stop working for money and start making money work for you. It sounds like a cliche, but it is the only way out of the slaughterhouse. First, you need to understand that your degree is a receipt, not a golden ticket. In the new economy, nobody cares about your degree. They care about your skills. You need aggressive skill acquisition. Learn sales, learn marketing, learn how to use artificial intelligence, learn how to create content. These are the tools of the modern age. Second, stop buying liabilities. Poor people buy stuff that loses value. They buy new cars, new phones, designer clothes to impress people they don't like. Wealthy people buy assets. They buy things that pay them. You need to take every spare dollar you have and deploy it. Don't save it in a bank account where it dies. Put it into the S&P 500. Put it into real estate. Put it into starting a side business. You need to build something that creates cash flow while you sleep. If you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That is not a quote, that is a threat. The door to the cage is open. It always has been. The system relies on your fear. They need you to be scared of failing, so you keep showing up to that job you hate. But I'm telling you right now, the biggest risk isn't starting a business. The biggest risk isn't investing your money. The biggest risk is looking back when you are 80 years old, sitting in a nursing home, and realizing you spend your entire life building someone else's dream instead of your own. You have 2 choices today. You can close this video, go back to sleep, and wake up to the alarm clock tomorrow. Or you can decide, right now, that you are done being a battery for the system. Get off the wheel. Smash the machine. Reclaim your life. If this video woke you up, hit the like button so we can wake up the rest of the world. Subscribe if you want to learn exactly how to build that first asset. The class is in session. Don't be late.